Welcome to iOS Insights. Today's tutorial is about how to use a list within SwiftUI. Here is the app that we will be building. It enables the user to search for different types of fruits. For example, you can type in banana within the search bar or ban, and then it locates banana. You can type in apple, and then it will filter on apple. And it also enables the user to select which fruits they like the most by clicking on each fruit on the right hand side. And then you can show the actual selection of your fruits on another screen by clicking on the show selection screen. So this is the app that we will be building. We will now start the tutorial. So the first thing to do within Xcode is to add your fruit images. To do this, just locate some fruits online, or if you have some on your desktop. For example, here I've got some in my images folder. So locate your fruits and then just drag your fruits onto your assets on your left hand side pane. And then now go back into content view. And then now we'll start by declaring our variables. The first variable that we will declare is called fruits. And this is an array. So just type in let fruits equals apple, and then for the second fruit just type in banana, and orange, kiwi, mango, finally pineapple. As I said before, this is an array of fruits that contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fruits. Now we'll create a fruit image array that includes a reference of all the fruit images. So just type in let fruit images equals open bracket apple, banana, orange, and kiwi, or you can just copy what we've done previously. Just copy and paste it. And assign it to the fruit images. And now we create another variable called search text. So just type in @state private var search text. string equals comma comma. In SwiftUI, state is a way to declare a variable that can be changed over time, and whenever it changes, SwiftUI will automatically update the UI. For example, if you have a button that changes color when it is tapped, you can use @state to track whether it has been tapped or not and update the color accordingly. Whenever the @state variable changes, SwiftUI will automatically redraw the button with the new color. The next variable we will create is called selected fruits. So just type in @state private var selected fruits open bracket string equals open bracket close bracket. Selected fruits is an array of strings that will include the fruits that was selected by clicking on the right hand side of the list. And the next variable that we will create is called isShowingSelection. So just type in @state private var isShowingSelection equals false. So this variable just indicates whether or not to show the fruit sheet. So the fruit sheet is the actual screen or sheet that displays a list of fruits that was selected by the user. And now what we'll do is create a method. So you just create your method on line 25 or after line 25. Just type in private func do search for fruit string data type open bracket string. Let lowercase search equals fruit dot lowercase. Return fruits dot filter lowercase contains lowercase search. The doSearch method is a method to filter the fruits based on the search text. The search text is something that we'll be implementing later. The fruits variable on line 29, that should have and S at the end. So the next thing we'll do now is go into the VStack on line 19 and then delete everything between line 19 and line 22. And now type in text field search for a fruit. Text $, search text. Dot padding and then dot background color, dot background and then open bracket color, open bracket dot system gray, 5. Then type in dot corner radius, 10. And then dot padding, open bracket horizontal. So between lines 21 to 24, all we've done is style the actual text field and give it some padding and a background color of system gray and a corner radius of 10 to make the edges curvy. So the edges of the actual text field is not sharp. Oh yeah, and we should add a comment as well. Just call this one search text field. The next thing we will do is add a list. So just click on the enter key twice and then type in list, open bracket, search text, is empty. Fruits. Do search. And then 4, then type in search text. And type in comma, ID, /, dot self, open bracket, fruits, then in, and then now type in hstack, open bracket, image. This is to hold the image of the fruit. Fruits, images, open bracket, fruits, dot first index of colon fruit. Question mark, 0. Dot resizable. Dot frame width. .50, height 50. So all this means is that the height and width of the frame for each of the images will be 50 pixels by 50 pixels. Dot corner radius 10. And curve the images, that's what that means. Then text, open bracket, fruit. So this just displays the fruit name. Spacer. And now type in, for comment, to type in to do. Check mark. Check mark icon if the fruit is selected. If the fruit is selected, and then let's type in dot content shape, the rectangle, and type in another comment to do, create on tap gesture to add or remove the fruit from the selected fruit array. And then next, just type in dot list style dot plain and then type in another comment, which is to do show the selected fruit sheet when the button is tapped. And then a final comment to do button to show the selected fruit sheet. And then now let's run the program and see if it works. Just compiling at the moment. It's not displaying the images. Let's look into that. And the reason why it's not showing the fruit images, we forgot to rename the fruits within the assets. So we just start to rename them now. This is a kiwi. So just type in kiwi. And then, so what else do we have? Which fruit is that? Is that pineapple? That's a mango. Orange. Just rename it to orange. And pineapple. Let's try and run it again and see if it works. Just compiling at the moment. So it finally works. So as you can see, all the fruits, they're displayed within a list. So now let's try to filter on a fruit. Oh yeah, here's a spelling mistake in the search bar, so let's correct that. So that should be fruit, search for a fruit. Let's run it again. So the first fruit we'll search for, let's do orange. As you can see, it filtered on orange. Mango, filters on mango. Pineapple, filters on pineapple. Kiwi, it filters on all of them really. So as you can see, this is the entire source code to do the first part of the tutorial. Next week, we will add the selection functionality to the list to enable the user to select the fruits that they like by clicking on the right hand side of each fruit row and then clicking on a button, and then after that the application will then display another screen, which is a view to display the selected fruits that the user likes or is interested in eating. So in today's tutorial, we discuss creating a basic SwiftUI app to display a list of fruits with search functionality. We started with a simple implementation and gradually adding features such as displaying fruit image. The final implementation includes a search bar that filters the list of fruits based on the user's input and displays the corresponding fruit images alongside the fruit names. We have now reached the end of the first part of the tutorial. Remember, all source code is downloadable from iOS Insights. Please comment, like and subscribe, and see you next week.